Jackson. Today we have two very important life value terms, and those are going to be with permission and accepting no. And these are arguably two of the hardest because we don't like to ask for permission to do stuff, and we definitely don't like it when people tell us no. But those are the facts of life, right? Throughout your entire life, there are going to be times when you have to ask for permission, and there are going to be times when you're going to have to accept the answer of no. So, with permission means that sometimes we have ideas about things that we would like to do. And before doing so, we need to ask the person in charge. So whoever is in charge of you. So when you're at home, it's going to be mom, dad, grandma, whoever it is that you live with. When you're here at school, it's going to be your teachers, other staff members, Mrs. Meyer, the people who are in charge. With permission is a very, very important one. If it's an item that we would like to have, we must ask permission before doing what we want or asking for it or taking it. So doing what we want with permission is respectful and kind to others. So for example, you're sitting in class, you really have to go to the bathroom, and you decide, I don't have to ask for permission, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. So you get up and you leave the classroom. You didn't tell your teacher where you were going. You didn't ask for permission. That's not going to end well, right? Because your teacher is now stressed about not knowing where you're going, not knowing why you walked out of the classroom. So she has to call for help to try to find you. And it's going to cause stress on her. It's going to cause stress on you. It's going to cause stress on the class, right? But if we had rewound and said, okay, you know what? I really have to go to the bathroom. You raise your hand. You're like, hey, I really need to use the restroom. May I please go? And hopefully it's a time where your teacher is like, yes, you may go to the bathroom. Thank you for asking, right? It's going to go over a whole lot smoother than if we never asked in the first place. So with permission, asking permission from those who are in charge. And the second one is accepting no. And this one can be super, super hard. So although the people in charge, like your parents or here at school, try to say yes when we can, sometimes the answer has to be no. All right. And sometimes we say no because the request is unreasonable or unsafe. All right. So if you're like, hey, I want to jump off the filing cabinet in the back of the classroom, can I? Your teacher's going to be like, no, right? That's not safe. No, we're not doing that. Sometimes the answer might be no because we have said yes to many times to a different request, but need to raise the bar a little bit to ask you guys to accept no. So, for example, we say, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. So we get to a point where we're like, no, I'm sorry, you can't do that, and I need you to accept no. We're helping you to be able to practice that skill of accepting no, of saying, okay, I understand. Or, okay, I don't understand, but it's all right, I'm going to accept it. So you guys must learn how to regulate yourself with the answer no. Nobody likes hearing no. We all want the yeses all the time. But again, that's not reality. If we said yes to you all the time, we would not be setting you up for success as an adult because you're going to hear no. You're going to have to hear it and you're going to have to accept it. So accepting no means that we are preventing meltdowns, right? Crying, yelling, screaming, hitting. We don't want to do those things, right? We want to be able to get to a spot where someone says, I'm sorry, my answer has to be no, and I need you to accept that, where you can say, okay, thank you for answering, right? To get to a point where you can regulate yourself to be able to work through the disappointment of getting a no. And students, I know it's hard. It's hard to accept a no from an adult. But when we can accept no and work together, that builds a stronger relationship and a stronger foundation. So, for example, if your teacher says no and you're able to say, okay, I understand. I'm a little disappointed, but I understand. Thank you for answering me. Your teacher's going to be like, oh, that's awesome. They learned how to accept no. We can move forward. We can work together. Because your teachers want to say yes, but sometimes they have to say no. And so when you can accept no and accept no well, it helps just build the relationship that you have together. So think about that when you're home with your parents as well. When they say no, if you say, okay, I understand, thank you for answering, they're going to be like, oh, this is great. We can work together, right? It doesn't always have to be butting heads. If your person in authority, your mom, your dad, grandma, uncle, whatever it is, and they say no, then we need to learn how to accept no, right? Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time for All Right, Stop, Regulate, and Listen.
Good morning, Dolphins. Today is Monday, February 26, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me for the Dauphin Daily Pledge.
Today is a new day. I will act in a safe and healthy way. I will do the right thing and be polite. I will respect others and treat people right. I will take responsibility for me. Today I'll be the best I can be.
That's all we have for SES Rewind.
Thanks for watching. Make today the best day ever.